Hi, I'm Gary, and in this video about firearms I'm going to show you how I made I guess a jig or an adapter so I can balance my Ruger 10/22 rifle and also balance the scope on it. Working on mounting the scope on my Ruger 10/22, and the problem is I don't have any good flat surfaces to use a level on. You know, the best part might be on this sight here that flips up, but there's not enough space between here to be able to fit a level through there, even the smallest size. So the idea I've come up with is to make a bridge that sits across the barrel here and has a flat surface out here that I can set a level on, and then I can set the other level on top of the turret adjuster here, cap. Now how I'm going to make this is a piece of 1x3 poplar. Poplar is a hardwood. It's not a real good grain for aesthetically, but it's a great shop grade hardwood. And it's got, you know, the straight edges here on both ends, so they will sit flat and level. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a 3/4 inch Forstner hole in this with a Forstner bit, because the diameter of the barrel where I'm going to set this at is about 3/4 inch. Okay, so I drilled the hole quite close to the edge there, and what I'm going to do is go to the table saw and rip this along here at about the mid-center of the hole. I want to be close but not too far because I want it to be able to seat around that barrel. Okay, so I got this piece cut down on my table saw to a size that seems to fit pretty good, and kind of sanded around the edges and stuff. Now that just sits right on my barrel there. It sits on the housing part there, and I can slide it up to about that point. That's where it hits resistance, so don't want either of these legs to rock up, so I don't want to go too far. So I'll keep it out about here. Then, kind of set this level on here, get her leveled up. Then I can set the scope on. I'll use this bubble level as the other level. Get up here a little bit so I can see what I'm doing, and get that close. So the bubble is pretty centered. I'm not worried about the length going this way. Knock it off there, just as long as it's level going across here along with that one. Yeah, so this has worked out pretty good for getting it leveled up, making that little wood thing to fit across the barrel and set a level on. And then I've got my bubble level on top here to get it all lined together. So I've got my scope leveled up. Also, adjusting these bands on here side to side to try and get an even gap on there, so that the rings are not totally seated on either side, but have about an equal space on there. Now, as I learned from others on YouTube here on mounting scopes, I'll go through, get all of these screws tightened down, all 4 of them here, well, all 8 of them really, and then so everything is, you know, sitting correctly and level and straight. Then I'll take one screw at a time, put some Loctite on it, and put it back in and tighten it. I'm just doing one screw at a time on each of these. That way it doesn't change anything. Another tip, as I've learned from other YouTube videos, is I'll go through and tighten down these screws. You know, one here, the opposite one there, the opposite one, back and forth on these, you know, like tightening up the lug nuts on a tire. That way you get kind of an even pull and seating to it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like it, give me a like and subscribe, and that way you'll keep up to date on any future videos that I bring out. Thank you.